this is lecture number 2 video, and this is example number 3. I did 1 and 2 as part of the full video. This is example number 3, and it asks us to express each force as a Cartesian vector, then determine the magnitude of the resultant force and its direction measured counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. So we are going to start with breaking these down into Cartesian vectors. So let's take F1 and its x component. If you can see, I've got similar triangles going on. It is a positive x because it's pointing to the right. And it is going to be that 300. And it is going to be parallel to the x-axis is the 5, and the hypotenuse is 13. That's my I-hat. And then my J-hat is also positive, and it is positive 300 times 12 is the parallel side to the y component, J-hat. This time we are in newtons, which is going to equal 115.385 I-hat plus 276.923 J-hat newtons. Now F2, we have an angle. It's also got a positive x component, so we're going to take the magnitude of the force, and this time we're going to take the cosine to get the y component because it is on the adjacent side, so that's the I-hat. It is also a positive x component. That's going to be times the sine of 30 degrees and the J-hat. So that's going to get us 433.013 in the I-hat plus 250 in the J-hat newtons. All right, we've got one more force, F3. So for F3, we're pointing down, but it is pointing to the right, so that x is positive, 600, and the adjacent side, the angle is touching the x, so it is going to be cosine, because that's the adjacent to the angle, cosine of 45 degrees. The y, though, is negative because it's pointing down, whoops, I-hat, minus 600 sine of 45 degrees. Oops, oh my gosh. Sorry about that. J-hat newtons, which when I put it in my calculator, I'm going to get 424.264 in the I-hat and 424.264 in the J-hat. So I've got all my 3 forces written as Cartesian vectors. So I did that part. Now it wants to know the magnitude of the resultant force. So I'm going to find my resultant vector. My resultant vector is going to be all of the x components added together and all of the y components added together. So it is going to be the 115.385 plus 433.013 plus 424.264 in the I-hat plus 276.923 plus 250 minus 424.264 in the J-hat newtons, which is going to give us, when I total that all up, my actual vector looks like 972.622 in the I hat and 102.659 in the j hat. Now that is the resultant vector written in Cartesian vector format, but we need to write the magnitude and the direction. So we need the angle theta and we need the magnitude. So to find the magnitude, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So that's going to be the x component squared plus the y component squared. And we'll take the square root of that, which gives me that the resultant force equals 978.07 newtons. So that's part of my answer. Whoops, sorry about that. But I also need to find my angle. So when I look at my resultant force, if I draw my x and y axes, so I have my x, I have my y, it is a positive in the x, and it is also a positive in the y, so it's somewhere around here. So I'm going to have, whoops, that didn't do well. I'm going to have my f of r somewhere in the positive direction, which means that this is going to be the theta that I calculate. So from that, I've got my x component here and my y component here. So I'm going to find theta by saying that the tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite is the y component, which is 102.659 over the x component, which is 972.622. I take the inverse tangent of that value, and I get that theta equals 6.03 degrees. And it is measured counterclockwise from the positive x-axis. Yay.